Alright everyone, it's game room time. Let's walk right in. I just had somebody clean my house. There was dog hair everywhere from Winnie. So let's show you guys how it's shaping up. And here we go. Just give you a quick panoramic view all around. Okay, and we'll start with right over here. Right here is where I used to sit. Alright, during baseball season, I'd have my laptop and I'd, update the rosters. For some reason, my laptop here, cannot get my wireless signal from upstairs. I don't understand it. As soon as I bring the laptop upstairs, it works fine, but now it doesn't down here. So I'm going to have somebody look at it. If you guys know anything, please comment in the section below how I can fix this issue. Again, the wireless is on. As soon as I bring the laptop upstairs, it gets a signal. As soon as I bring it down here, it does not. So I don't get it. PS4 controllers. This is an empty case. I bought this a while back at Video Game Castle in Chicopee, and I forgot that I didn't get the game from it. And then we got some miscellaneous Game Boy games and miscellaneous instructions. Okay, we got the Dreamcast microphone in here. Right here we got the PS4 hooked up, and I have the Gamer's Grotto. This is a retro video game placed in Vermont, Bennington, Vermont. I have the magnet. Right over here, I don't think you guys saw this. Let me turn around here. This is a Mortal Kombat X poster. It says, "Who's next?" Okay, it actually might even be Mortal Kombat 9. I'm not positive. But I'm missing a thumbtack. I gotta put one back in there. But anyway, let's come back over here. So, right here we have the TV that I play my games on. Right above the TV, Gamecom, okay? All the Gamecom games I have, these are all sealed, except for one, which is right here. I got this in a lot for like $100 with the system, okay? So, there's a Gamecom here. Then we got the PS4 headset, along with an Xbox 360 controller, some PS2 memory cards, MLB 16 The Show, Gamecom sealed in the system, and then the Elgato capture card box. Now, down here, there's a switch. I made a switch. I had some other stuff in here. This is where I'm keeping all my Game Informer magazines. So, pretty much, from down there, I have from October of 1999 to February of 2000, and then I have from May of 2000 all the way to October of 2010. I'm missing May of 2000, and then June of 04 to May of 05, and then I have a December 09's issue to October of 2010, and then, December 09, January of 2010. Then I'm missing all of those, and it restarts October of 2010, and then I'm missing those, and then it goes from July of 2011 onward. These are all those right here, okay? This is some unrelated game thing, some cosmetic thing that some girl brought over. But anyway, these are the video game magazines, all the Game Informer magazines, okay, and right over here. And then here, we have the Retron 5. I still have not unboxed I've unboxed it. You can check out the Retron 5 unboxing video on my channel, but I have not hooked it up yet. I have to. Some miscellaneous boxes, and I have some complete unboxed copies there of Pinball Fantasies and Ultimate Ruins of Virtue for the Game Boy. The other two are just the boxes. And then I have my miscellaneous systems down here. We have a Nintendo DS, a PS Vita, some Game Boy Advance games, a Game Boy SP, Advance SP, and then some miscellaneous electronics like Trivial Pursuit and some football thing from like 1970. And that's what we got in there. So then, coming from right there, we have the wall of systems. We have the Virtual Boy and the Virtual Boy adapter, the 3DO games that I have. Finally picked up the 3DO system, complete in box with the control pad up there. PlayStation 3, PlayStation Vita, the Assassin's Creed Liberation Edition, PSP, Nintendo 64 controller in the box, Nintendo 64 in the box, and then here I have 3 video game books. This shelf will also be for books. We have Good Intentions, The Ultimate History of Video Games, and then Video Game Quest. And then down here we have the Sega Saturn in the box, Sega Dreamcast in the box, along with a controller and a VMU. PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, Xbox, original Xbox 360. Again, all of these are in the box. And then we have the PlayStation 4 right over here. Now up here we have the Assassin's Creed Brotherhood poster. And then we have an Assassin's Creed figurine along with some Tiger Electronic handhelds in their cases. Down here we have the Assassin's Creed series. We have the 3 encyclopedias. This is number 1, then the 2nd and 3rd versions. Okay, followed by the Assassin's Creed, the Chain comic book with Nikolai Orlov from Russia. Then we have the Assassin's Creed The Fall and Assassin's Creed The Fall again. These are the comics, issue number 2. And then this I have not read yet. This is issue number 3. I have not read this. I have to. That's one I'm missing. Haven't read. Then we have the 3 booklets of the Assassin's Creed A Scepter number 3, Assassin's Creed number 2, Aquilus, and number 1, Desmond. So these are the hardcover comics. And then we have Assassin's Creed Brahmin from Ubi Workshop. This is the Assassin's Creed India, basically. And then this comic as well I have not read. It's a Barnes & Noble exclusive, I think. It's called Assassin's Creed. It's November 2015, issue 1. I don't know exactly. I haven't read this. I have to open it. Still have not opened it. We have some Assassin's Creed goodies right over here. We have the ring. Some of this shit I pretty much got off of the GameStop website with a lot of my points. Assassin's Creed beanie. And then we have the Assassin's Creed novels based on all the games. Then the games. So I'll just go through this so you guys can see. Then Assassin's Creed turns into Dead or Alive. Let me zoom in. So you see all that, Dead or Alive. And then this here is the actual DVD movie of Dead or Alive. And then some more Dead or Alive. Here, what is this? Dead or Alive 5, last round for the PS4. Then we have God of War. So let's go right into the God of War series. And then Mortal Kombat will go all the way down. So you can see each Mortal Kombat thing. I'll point out some things. This is the first movie right here. See right there, next to Mortal Kombat 3 for the Genesis. This is Mortal Kombat the animated video. This is based on the first movie. Mortal Kombat 3, long box PS1. Okay, then we got Mortal Kombat Advance for the Game Boy Advance, Ultimate Mortal Kombat for the DS. I have to get the Black Label version of Mortal Kombat Trilogy. This here is Mortal Kombat 3, the Tiger game. And I also have Mortal Kombat Trilogy, the Tiger game. But let's head back down here. Here's the Gamecom game of Mortal Kombat Trilogy. Then 64, this here is Mortal Kombat Annihilation. That's the second movie. Followed by, this is Mortal Kombat Conquest, The Final Battle. This was released in Europe. And then they finally released the entire series in the United States. So I have that sealed. Mortal Kombat 4. Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance for the Game Boy Advance, Mortal Kombat Tournament Edition, Mortal Kombat Deception, Unchained, that is a greatest hits version, I have to fix that. And then right over here, we have Mortal Kombat 9, and then right here, this is the Art of Mortal Kombat. This came with the Collector's Edition. This is the Blu-ray of Mortal Kombat Legacy Season 1, DVD of Mortal Kombat Legacy Season 2, and then Blood Ties is Mortal Kombat X, comic book based on Mortal Kombat X, and then Sub-Zero getting speared through everything. Up here we have the Mortal Kombat Tiger game and the plug and play, and then we have another Konami Top Gun in the box. It's opened, but it's still in its thing. Down here we have the Prince of Persia series. Okay, we have the book, and then Prince of Persia for the Game Boy, Prince of Persia for the Game Boy Color, Prince of Persia for the Sega CD, Prince of Persia for the PC, Prince of Persia 3D right here. This one's for the PC. Then we have Prince of Persia Arabian Nights. This was the Prince of Persia 3D for the Dreamcast. And then Prince of Persia all the way through. We have the movie somewhere here. Oh, maybe I don't have the movie here. Well, that's interesting. What the hell did I do with the movie? I gotta go buy the movie. I could have sworn I had the movie down here, but I don't. Well, good thing I'm doing this. Alright, so then we go right into Tekken. So we have Tekken, long box version. It's broken, the top of it here. I gotta fix that. That's not good. I just broke it even more. Super job, Andy. So I gotta find a Tekken long box to replace this. And then we go right into Tekken 2, Tekken 3, Tekken... 2 Tekken 3s? Why the hell would I have 2 Tekken 3s? That's very weird. Huh. I'll keep the newer version, that's fine. Tekken Tag Tournament, Tekken 4, Death by Degrees, Tekken Advance for the Game Boy Advance, Tekken 5, Tekken 6, Tekken Dark Resurrection, Tekken the first movie, and then Tekken Tag Tournament 2, and then Tekken 2, the second movie. So that's that. Now, over here we have some Radio Shack and Tiger miscellaneous handhelds. Okay, Space Alien is actually still working. The batteries in there. This was one of the first video games I ever had as a kid. Baseball from Tiger, Turbo Raceway from Radio Shack. Then we have Karate King from Tiger, Raceway from Radio Shack, Buggy Quest from Radio Shack, Space Alien from Radio Shack, Virtua Fighter from Tiger, Sonic the Hedgehog 2 from Tiger, Daytona USA, Ninja Gaiden, Sonic 3D Blast, Jordan vs. Bird, Heavy Barrel. Okay, more over here as you can see. Miscellaneous Game Boy Advance game I have to put in its little casey thing. And then right up here we have the poster for Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Let me see if I can zoom out here. Assassin's Creed Black Flag 4 poster. And then right over here, this is the big wall of unbelievableness. I'm going to zoom in. These are my complete inbox Game Boy games, and I'll slowly go up so you guys can see each title. We'll go like so. I mean, I'd never in a million years expected to collect this many. I only wanted to originally collect what I used to have, and then it just got to a point where I'm like, fuck it, man, this is pretty cool to have this nostalgia. Some of my rarer titles, let's go back real quick. Some of my rarer titles here. Avenging Spirit right now is on eBay for about $700, and that's bids for $700. Nothing really here. Boxel 2 is pretty rare. Could easily go for anywhere from $100 to $200. Castlevania Adventure is about a $50 or $60 game. Then right over here, the Donkey Kong Lands. Donkey Kong Land 2, for some reason, is more expensive than the first or third. Double Dragon 2 is a $100 game. Dr. Franken 2, I have that sealed. That's easily a $100 to $150 game. Extra Bases is a $60 game. It's very rare to find complete in box. We got F1 Race. That's Ferrari. I thought that was rare, but it's really, I mean, it is and it's not. It's uncommon. It's about a $30, $40 game. Final Fantasy Legends, those really aren't rare, but they're up there in price. Those are easily $60 or above. $60 to $80. Fist of the North Star, no, it's not really rare at all. Okay, and then we go right here. Hyenko Alien, no. In Your Face is a $60 game. Indiana Jones is a $60 game. Nothing really up there. Kirby's Dream Land's a $60 game. Kirby Star Stacker is a $40 to a $50 game. Metroid 2 is a $50 to a $60 game. Then we got, let's see if you can see. It's Motocross Maniacs, Miss Pac-Man, NBA All-Star Challenge, all that, all the way up. And then here you got Ninja Gaiden. That's a $200 game easily. Ninja Gaiden Shadow. Okay, most of these are sealed. Then we start on the second row. Okay. Penguin Wars, $30 game. Pinball Fantasies, easily a $60 game. Cubillion. And here, Quicks, Quarth, Radar Mission. Let's see, Skate or Die, $60 game. Sports Illustrated Championship Football and Baseball is not really expensive, but it's very hard to find complete. You got some Street Fighter 2, that's sealed. That's a $70 game, and Sumo Fighter is the most expensive one. Sumo Fighter is easily over $1,000. Very, very hard to find. Very hard to find. Last one sold on eBay for $1,300, so I'm glad to finally have that in my collection. I had that as a kid. It's amazing when you find out what these things go for. If you could only go back in time and just buy them all out, you know. Swamp Thing, $30, $40 game. Turtles 2, easily a $60 game. First Turtles, $40 to $50. Tetris Attack is up there. It's not rare, but it's up there. Here we got Tetris Blast is up there also. Top Ring Tennis, that's sealed. You can still see the seam there. Ultima Ruins of Virtue and Ultima Ruins of Virtue 2. Ultima Ruins of Virtue, easily a $40 to $50 game. Ultima 2, easily $70 and above. And then we have the rest of the Game Boy. Now it goes right into Game Boy Color. Most of these are sealed. Grand Theft Auto, I think, is still worth something for the Game Boy Color. And then some of my other Game Boy Color titles. Let's go back down. And then we go right into Game Boy Advance. Okay, and then down here we have the rest of the, I'll zoom out a little bit, rest of the Game Boy Advance games. And then right here, cleaning kit for the original Game Boy. Then we go into Nintendo DS. And then right here we have Game Genie in its box, the power adapter, a Game Boy original in its box, Game Boy Advance in its box, Nintendo DS in the box, Game Boy Color in the box. This is the Game Boy Color, not the exact one, but same color as I had as a kid. Nintendo 3DS, the Game Boy carrying couch, or Game Boy carrying case or pouch. This is an unopened action replay for the DS. And then here in this little thing, we have empty Game Boy cases, just in case I buy games that don't come with them. And then we have a Super Game Boy magazine that was put out by Nintendo Power. A Game Boy magazine that was put out by Nintendo Power. And then right here, Game Boy World 1989 and then Game Boy World 1990 Volume 1. These two books, along with the Good Intentions book, are written by a guy named Jeremy Parish, and you can YouTube Jeremy Parish. He has awesome stuff, awesome channel. As far as retro stuff, he does editorials really on Game Boy and Nintendo, so it's awesome stuff. He goes in alphabetical order. Speaking of alphabetical order, before I go into the Nintendo 64, all these games are in alphabetical order as given by Wikipedia. So, Wikipedia, like if you look up there, Turtles 2 comes before the first Turtles, and you might think to yourself, hey, Andy, you have it out of order. I may have it out of order, but I'm going by the list of games in alphabetical order from Wikipedia. So if you went to Game Boy and on Wikipedia and you looked on list of complete Game Boy games, or complete list of Game Boy games, it'll show you the order that I have these in. Here at Nintendo 64, again, all these are complete. I'll zoom in a little bit so you guys can see the titles that I have. Clay Fighter 63 and a third. That is not the Blockbuster edition. I did have the Blockbuster edition. I bought it for about $600, I believe, without the instruction book. It came with everything but the book, and I ended up selling it on eBay and made $200 off it, so I was pumped about that. But again, pretty much you can see the titles that I have. Then here, this is a Nintendo 64 video that came with, I think, Nintendo Power. It was a pre-order for Change the System launch date, September 29th. This came with Nintendo Power, I believe. Subscription. Then down here we have more 64. Okay, and then we have this over here, and then we have these, and let's see if you can get in there. It's another Gretzky game. And then down here, the rest of the 64. Okay. So now, we go right up here. We have Buzz for the PlayStation 2 in its unopened. Super Mario Checkers and Super Mario Chess unopened. And then here we have Longbox PS1 games. Okay, and then we'll start with the PS1 games and go up. I'll zoom in. This is the PS1 area. I'm still missing a bunch of games that I need for my collection, but some of the rarer titles, talk about the Atari Greatest Hits. No, it's not those. Never mind. Buster Groove and Buster Groove 2 easily are $60 games. Let's see what else we got here. Gran Turismo, Hardball. Obviously, every sports game pretty much. Medieval 2 is up there. It's a $30 or $40 game. Metal Gear Solid. Namco, one of these Namco I don't have. I think it's number 2. It's either 2 or 4 that I'm missing. Well, I'm missing both, but it's either 2 or 4. It's like $80. It's so rare. I just haven't saw the value yet in paying for it. Okay, let's go down here. Some of these titles again are sealed. Okay, so that's number 1. Let's go to number 2. Skull Monkeys is a rare game. That's a $30 or $40 game. But it's hard to find. Complete, at least. Taifu is a great, not rare, great game though. Great game. I remember playing that as a kid. It's a beat 'em up type of a game. Great game. So that's the end of the PS1, or right down here is the end of the PS1 titles. And now let's go to PS2. So, my PS2, and then I have some over here. And then we'll go right down here. Futurama is extremely rare and pricey. It's a $60, $70 game. Metal Slug is a great game. Oh, get focused. Okay, there we go. And then these over here. Followed by this stack of games down here. And then the bottom stack. Predator's a rare game. SNK or K Classics is up there in price. Taito Legends 2 is up there in price. And then this is towards the end of the PS2, and then we go right into PSP. And then we have some PSP titles down here. So that's this whole shelf. When we zoom out, I'll give you guys a better view of what we got all the way down. And then we're going to go right over here. I'll quickly show you my, this is the PC collection. I really haven't had time to put it in any alphabetical order, really. And then from the previous pickup videos, some of these are sealed, like High Heat Baseball and the original Football Pro from Sierra Sports. Not the beige box, but the white one down there. So anyway, more of the PSP games. Let's zoom in. Okay, and then we have these. And then, next to that, we have the PS3 collection. So, let's go up. And then down here, we have more PS3. Ninja Gaiden series. Let me zoom or get focused here. Okay, PS4, PS3 into PS4, and then PS Vita. as you can see there. And then we go right into the original Xbox, to the Xbox 360. Midway Arcade hits NBA, and then 360 games down there, and then the rest of the 360 is right there. And some of you might have seen Sneak King. That's the Burger King games that came out way back. Pocket Bike Racer is another one. And I have the third one. The third one's Big Bumpin', which is right. Let me get out. There it is right there. So, we go from that to this wall right over here. Let me zoom out. And right up here we have my collector's edition boxes. We have Assassin's Creed 3 limited edition for the 360. Okay, we have the Assassin's Creed Unity collector's edition for the PS4. God of War Ascension for the PS3 collector's edition. And then here we have Mortal Kombat 9 collector's edition, Mortal Kombat X collector's edition by Course for the PS4. These are some Mario figurines, Mario, Yoshi, Luigi, and The Simpsons. Homer Simpson blob from the pre-order from GameStop of The Simpsons game. We have Virtua Cop 2 for the Saturn. Comes with the gun, obviously. This is a boxed collector's edition here. And then right down here we have Madden 95 plug-and-play game along with NHL 95 2-in-1. And then this was a computerized arcade thing I got at a flea market from Radio Shack. I had this as a kid. And I was a problem kid when I was younger. And I pissed off my mom, and she took this thing and just flung it on the ground and broke it. And I mean, that's just, it's like one of those things where, like, we're both so shocked that it fucking happened. And I immediately just, like, swore at her and this and that. You asshole, you know, you dropped this, you broke it, you broke. And there wasn't like you just go to Radio Shack and buy another one. They stopped making them. It was this old. And I was like 10 when I got it, you know. So I walked into this flea market. Sometimes I've gone to this, it's in Palmer, Mass. Sometimes I've talked about the flea market when I pick up some games there. But I found this. I was leaving, and I just happened to look at the shelf, and I'm like, no fucking way. Here it is, in the box. Box is in horrible shape, obviously, but that's that. So now, this here is my Disney collection. I know if you guys have looked at my previous videos, you'll see my, I've talked about my, I'm trying to collect for every system I have, I'm trying to collect every Disney game that ever came out. Doesn't matter if it's based on a movie, based on Hannah Montana, doesn't matter. So right here are some original Game Boy games. We got Aladdin, DuckTales, Mickey's Dangerous Chase, Mulan, Pinocchio, Pocahontas, Toy Story. Then it goes right to Game Boy Color. Okay, we got Alice in Wonderland, Beauty and the Beast, Bug's Life, Dinosaur, and so forth. And then Disney Pixar's Cars, that's Game Boy Advance. We got Kim Possible in there. Magical Quest, again, most of these are sealed. You can still see the wrappings on them. And then we go from that to, this is the Nintendo 64. Donald Duck Going Quackers. This is an expensive game. It's about a $200 game, complete. Then we go to the DS. Some of the stuff for the DS. Kingdom Hearts, obviously. We gotta have games. And then we go to Game Gear. These two are sealed. And then we have more Game Gear down there. And then we go to the Genesis. And that's what we got for the Genesis. So that's the Disney shelf. And then we're going right up here, man. This is the last part of the game room. This is a Sega Genesis complete in the box. Sega Universal AC adapter. You can use it with Genesis, Nomad, 32X, and Game Gear. Nomad in the box, 32X in the box. Game Gear in the box, and some here are my Game Gear titles that I have. Pretty easy stuff. Nothing really too crazy. Okay, Sonic 2, Super Calms, Virtua Fighter for the Game Gear, Virtua Fighter Animation, and then World Series Baseball. And then right over here I have Double Dragon instruction booklet in game, no box, so I'm going to be looking for that. Let's zoom out and we can go to the Genesis collection. Okay, so we'll start here. I'll name some of the rarer titles. These aren't really rare. Again, I have a lot of the sports games. Huge into sports, obviously, so let's see what we got. Let's see. Echo Jr. is actually a rarer title. Came out for the Sega Kids Club. Okay. Hardball. Indiana Jones. The Glare. I don't know what title that is. It's Jeopardy Sports Edition if you can't see because of the glare. And then here we got all the Maddens. Okay. And then we have NBA All-Star Challenge. And then those two up there. So now we go down to the second shelf. We got the Live. Okay. What is that up there? Sports Talk Football, I think. With Joe Montana. 94 NHLs. RBI Baseballs. Okay. Roger Clemens MVP Baseball. Sonic 3D Blast. Sonic and Knuckles. Sonic Classics, that's kind of a rare title. Maximum Carnage is an expensive title. It's a $30 game in the box. Streets of Rage. I'm missing Streets of Rage 3. That's very expensive. We're talking 60, 70 at least. Tecmo Super Bowl games. Toe Jam and Earl. The first Toe Jam and Earl is expensive. That's a mint copy pretty much. I stole it. I mean, I was like 30 bucks. I don't know. Remember where I got it from, but I was like, yoink, I'll take that. Thank you very much. I know what this goes for on eBay. Alright, and then we got Triple Play, Virtua Racing, Virtua Fighter 2 Sealed, We're in Time, it's Carmen Sandiego. Then we got the Midway's Greatest Hits, or Williams' Greatest Hits, whatever it is, in the World Series Baseball. Then I have some, games for the 32X. I have 2. And then I have a Sega CD 32X. This is Slam City starring Scottie Pippen. Then we go up to the Sega CD. Okay, it's the last game there. And then we have some right down here. Power Rangers. Okay, Sonic CDs, an expensive title, 35 bucks is what I paid right down there. And then we go to the Saturn. One of my favorite systems, Die Hard Arcade, $70 game. I just got that. One of my favorite systems of all time, House of the Dead. That's a $250 game easily for the Saturn. Got Independence Day. And then down here, let's see if you guys can see the titles that way. I don't know if you can or not, but I'll read them to you. You got... Get the fucking thing in focus. The lighting down here is not great. Madden 97, Madden 98, NBA Action 98, NBA Jam Extreme, NBA Jam TE, Live 97, Live 98, NFL 97, Quarterback Club 96, 97, NHL 97, NHL 98, All-Star Hockey 98, Power Play 96, and then Quarterback Attack is up at the top. Followed down here, Sega Rally Championship, Slam & Jam, Sonic 3D Blast is another up there title, and Sonic R is a $50 game easily. Space Jam, 10-Pin Alley, Tetris Plus, Virtua Racing, Virtua Cop 2, Virtua Fighter 2, Virtua Fighter Kids, Virtua Fighter Remix, Arcade's Greatest Hits, Williams, World Series Baseballs, and then right down here, World Series Baseball. And then we go right to Dreamcast. Try to zoom in for you guys for the Dreamcast there. Echo the Dolphin, Gauntlet Legends, Grand Theft Auto, House of the Dead, Namco Museum, some of the sports titles, all the way up. Shell 2K2, Power Stone, and Power Stone 2. Those are, Power Stone 2 is a $70 game easy. Okay, and then the rest of them are down here. Oh, you can't see shit, it's so blurry. Alright, we got, I don't know what the hell that says. Oh, here we go, Sonic Adventure 2. I have the first Sonic Adventure, it must be all the way up there, I just can't get to it. There it is. Shenmue, Sonic Adventure. Okay, Sonic Adventure 2 is a $50 game. Alright. Sonic Shuffle, Soul Calibur, Sports Jam, Virtua Fighter. And that's pretty much the drill, folks. That's the game room in 2016. Oh, I forgot to show you guys here. We have some Disney, Lion King and Aladdin Disney, Disney Tiger handhelds. Okay, and that's pretty much it. That's the game room. That's what it looks like. Thanks for watching, guys. I've been meaning to do this again. Do a quick panoramic view here. I've been meaning to do this for a long time. I just haven't had the time, and I've collected a lot, and I've thrown everything together. So, again, got a whole bunch of stuff. It's like a little mini museum, and I'm still not done. There's still some stuff to collect, but I'd say I'm about 80% done with what I'm doing for retro stuff. So, guys, thanks for watching, and again, remember, stay tuned for tomorrow. Stay tuned for a little later tonight. I may be announcing the winner of the Xbox One PS4 contest, but if not, stay tuned tomorrow for it, and then stay tuned again. Scratch Ticket Thursday, episode number 50. It is going to be awesome. So again, thanks guys. We'll see you next year with the updated Game Room Tour.